SUVs might be the new shiny focus point, but every car maker needs a solid foundation. And the A4 has unquestionably been that car for Audi over the past 25 years. That makes the latest update very important. Let's take a closer look.
It's hard to imagine now, but the A4 was arguably Audi's most important model and its biggest seller up until a handful of years ago. For 2020, Audi has introduced a 6-model A4 range with more equipment, slightly larger proportions and sharper pricing. Sitting one rung up from the base model is the front-drive 35 TFSI S-Line driven here, priced from just under $60,000.
It's incredible just how well the cabin of even a base model A4 now presents, from the big virtual cockpit digital instrument display to the really clean center screen and the deletion of that old MMI hardware, which has created more space but also helped to create a really clean and minimalist cabin environment. It's a lovely place to be.
The 35 TFSI ditches the predecessor's 1.4 litre petrol for a larger displacement 2 litre that shuffles drive to the front wheels via a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. In addition, petrol versions of the A4 now come equipped with a mild hybrid system which facilitates coasting above 55 km an hour and brings the stop-start system into play at speeds below 22 km an hour.
All that technology works really benignly in the background, which is arguably what you want. Otherwise, this A4 isn't really a significant departure from its predecessor in terms of its on-road characteristics. The engine exhibits a slight hesitation from down low, which is a symptom of the dual-clutch automatic transmission, but also a little bit of turbo lag. But beyond that, it's really clean and accessible power throughout the dial.
With a small increase in exterior proportions, the A4 now features 460 litres worth of boot space, or 495 litres in the case of the wagon-style Avant and the Allroad. There's also enough rear seat space for a couple of 6-foot adults.
The latest A4 makes incremental steps in terms of ride and handling balance. The cabin is still prone to a bit of thudding over cat's eyes and broken bitumen. The ride is a bit fiddly at low speeds, and on coarse chipped surfaces, the cabin definitely isn't the quietest in this segment. BMW really set a new benchmark with its latest G20 Generation 3 series. This base model A4 probably doesn't quite feel as polished as that, but it is a step in the right direction. Throw the A4 at a twisty bit of road and it feels right at home. Yes, it does have that inherent front drive bias, but the steering weighs up nicely, the body's really well controlled, and it's just a car that stays composed at all times. For what is supposed to be an executive entry sedan, this doesn't mind sporty driving whatsoever.
The A4 matches its on-road refinement with adaptive LED headlights, 19-inch alloy wheels, keyless entry and start, 3-zone climate control and much more. There's also a 5-star safety suite, though you do have to fork out extra for equipment such as adaptive cruise control. Audi's 3-year warranty is beginning to pale in comparison to luxury rivals, but otherwise the latest update heralds incremental improvement for the A4 across the board.
The latest A4 is a solid step forward for Audi and continues to extend the legacy of its predecessors. While it doesn't really set any new segment benchmarks, it's a really polished and really well-rounded car.